Hi, my name is Nathan Nguyen, and this is conic section from expanded equation for ellipses. To begin, to identify an ellipse's expanded equation, the equation should have an x squared term and a y squared term, with both coefficients being different positive numbers. To take an expanded equation to standard form for graphing, you should use the completing the square method. Here's an example. To turn this expanded equation to standard form, we should first group our x's and y's to be able to create complete squares. We can move the negative 11 to the other side to make factoring easier. Now for the x's, we can factor out a 4, leaving us with x squared minus 4x inside the parentheses. We could leave a little room for the completed square. And for the y's, we could factor out a 9, leaving us with y squared plus 2y inside the parentheses. And again, we should leave an extra space for the completed square. It's equals 11. Now to find the third term of the trinomial to make it a perfect square, we could take b, divide by 2, and square it. So in this instance, it's negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2 squared, which gives us 4. And now for the y terms, 2 divided by 2 is 1 squared equals 1. So you add a 1 equals 11. Now whatever we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other side. And since we added 4 and added 1 here, we have to add 4 and 1 to the right side of the equation. However, we're not only adding 4 and 1. We're adding 16 and 9 to the other side of the equation because we have to multiply from the outside of the parentheses. Now we can simplify this. So we have 4 parentheses x minus 2 squared plus 9 parentheses y plus 1 squared equals 36. In standard form, the right side of the equation needs to be a 1, so we can divide both sides by 36. And this gives us x minus 2 squared over 9 plus y plus 1 squared over 4 equals 1. This brings us to the ellipse in the standard form to graph. In standard form, the center is h, k. So the center of this equation is 2, negative 1. So from the origin, the center is 2 spaces right and 1 space down. The radius of x is the square root of 9, which equals to 3. So we could plot a dot 3 spaces left and 3 spaces right from the center. Now, for the radius of y, it equals to the square root of 4, which is 2. So we could plot a dot 2 spaces up and 2 spaces down from the center. Finally, we connect the dots to form our ellipse. That concludes the project, and thank you for listening.